hundreds of donors and supporters of Africa turned out in Washington recently for Africare's annual Bishop John T. Walker Memorial Dinner. Africare, which celebrated its 40th anniversary, has raised more than $1 billion for development assistance to more than 30 African countries. Performers such as Benin singer Angelique Kidjo and the Washington-based Kankaran West African Dance Company certainly kept the guests entertained. But as Africare President Darius Mans stresses, the evening's mission is to raise money for projects in Africa.
If you look at the Millennium Development Goals, we know that many countries in Africa are falling well behind meeting those targets. So I think it's an enormous opportunity for organizations like us, working with the donor community, working with the private sector, to help African governments help themselves. Many countries are investing very heavily in making progress toward the MDGs, but they cannot do it alone. They need the help of organizations like Africare.
As in previous years, Africare uses this lavish annual event to recognize people committed to Africa's progress. Former South African President Nelson Mandela is this year's Lifetime Achievement Award recipient for his commitment to freedom in South Africa and peace worldwide.
Nelson Mandela is our honorary chair. He's been our honorary chair for over a dozen years. And in 1998, he said words that are very close to the hearts of all of us at Africare. He said that Africare is America's greatest gift to Africa. So tonight we pay tribute to him.
Officially retired from public life, the 92-year-old liberation icon could not attend the event, but was represented by his grandson Zondwa and daughter Zinzi Mandela.
The greatest gift that we can give him in his sunset years, and believe me, these are his sunset years, he now uses the logo of hands, and he says his legacy is now in your hands. So it's in your hands, it's in my hands, it's in our hands. And all he says is that he's a saint who's a sinner but who keeps on trying. And I think we can all do that.
Also honored for their contribution to Africa were Chairman and CEO of ExxonMobil Corporation, Rex Tillerson, and World Bank Managing Director, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, a former Finance and Foreign Affairs Minister of Nigeria. At an earlier discussion with Liberian President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf on the experiences and hopes for Africa, Iweala says women are key to Africa's development. She says she's surprised and thrilled to be Africare's Distinguished Humanitarian Service Award recipient.
I regard it not as something to sit back and, sort of enjoy, but as a charge to do more, to try to contribute more to the continent, as a charge to work with Africare in partnership, trying to draw in the good work they've been doing and see how we can collaborate more with the World Bank to leverage both our strengths for Africa.
Well, previous Africare honorees include former U.S. Presidents Jimmy Carter, Bill Clinton, and George W. Bush, Liberian President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and entertainer John Legend.